There is a study beyond that which is known to man. It is a mind-bending set of rules and laws. It is the middle ground between answers and ideas, between science and spirit, and it lies between the pit of nothingness and God. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Philosphy Zone.
Hello, I'm Dr. Deeps, and today we're going to be stepping into the dimension of philosophy. We're going to take a sneak peek into this vast pit of knowledge. Descartes, in his pursuit of the absolute truth, went on this same journey we are taking today. We are going to disprove our senses to see if the spirit and science are really the same thing. We begin with our ears, to prove or disprove if we can hear correctly.
JT!
He must be upstairs.
Have you ever went into the wrong room when someone called you? This is an example of how your ears can deceive you. Your senses can't be trusted. Here's an example. I will now play some virtual reality to escape my mundane life. And play some virtual golf!
As you can see here, my friend Carlo's eyes have clearly deceived him. He thinks he's great at golf, when really, he is not. Let's take another look at an example of deception.
I just won the World Series!
Wow.
Have you ever smelled something but it tasted horrible? JT here is going to do a smell and taste test. Here you go, JT. Smell this.
I smell like a little bit of vanilla, I think.
Okay. Now taste it.
Dude! What was that? Oh, I gotta go wash my face off.
Now that is just another example of how your senses can deceive you. It was also soy sauce. Hello again, this is Dr. Deeps. I might look different, but that's because you can't trust your senses. In this study of our senses, we learn more than you might think. Proving the senses wrong is just the edge of a knowledge abyss.
In the podcast Radio Lab, they talk about how reality is a thought. Our lives might not just be what we sense, but what we think. In the episode titled Solid as a Rock, they try to get down to the bottom of what everything is. A lot like Descartes did when trying to find an absolute truth.
He disproved everything he could until he got down to thinking. He believed that at the bottom of it all, we are just thinking things. This same thought is still being debated today. In Radiolab, they bring a rock, which is resembling reality, down to atoms, and break down those atoms into electrons. Then break those down into quantum science, where there are fields of perfect lines of mathematical equations that fluctuate, making up everything. Everything is in just a constant information coming into our minds that we perceive as the outside.
Let's use the analogy of a one-way mirror. It's how we think we perceive information now. That we look out into the mirror, and what we perceive is what we get for information. But what Descartes explains it is in the opposite manner. That we don't look out to see the information, but we take the information into our mind and create an image.
What you perceive with your senses is not this light coming into your eyes, making up the colors that you see on this screen, but the Philosphy Zone, a fluctuation in the field of mathematics, creating a thought that gives you an image of what you perceive. This is where the mind bends. Ideas become reality, and we disappear as thinking things into The Philosophy Zone.